Welcome everyone to the Everything Show. I am your host, Matrix Lord 212, and I'm with Chris. What's up, Chris?
What's up, guys?
All right, so what happened now?
Well, anybody who's out there looking for Avengers Endgame merchandise, is just going to be a warning to all of you, and basically tell everybody that you know, because there's picture proof of this as well. So this is pretty much confirmed.
Okay.
There is a major spoiler product. That's basically what it is. The product itself is a spoiler that has been apparently put on shelves in some stores. Now,
Oh my God.
I heard that this was in Walmart. So if you know any Walmarts, just be careful because you really can't avoid it because this is a big item. Like physically, it's a big item. It takes up a lot. It takes up a lot of shelf space. So if you go down there with your kids or you're a collector and you're looking for toys, you're not going to be able to miss this. And you're going to be spoiled.
Let me ask one question.
Yeah.
When I worked in the toy industry,
yeah,
if something was not allowed to be put out, there would be a thing on the box,
right.
like hold till a certain time, or there would be a warning, a company directive that they would give out in a memo or whatever, saying, look, we can't put this product out. Look, this is going to be, ruin the thing. We're not allowed to. So there was no direction to hold this merchandise?
So this happened with the Godzilla King of the Monsters stuff. We covered that on here as well.
Yes.
Because the ending spoiler for that movie was put out. There was a product that spoils the end of the movie.
Okay.
Normally, you're right. Yes, there is a thing that says hold images / products until a certain release date. However, one of two things is probably what's been going on. And this is not the first time, nor was the Godzilla 2 one the first time this happened. This has happened many times before.
Okay.
But what either happens is that the employees don't read the labels.
How could you not read the labels? It's as big as life, though.
Because they don't care. They just they see Avengers Endgame stuff and like, oh, we're putting Endgame stuff out. Let's put everything out.
Oh my God.
Or if it's released in a foreign market, they may not have that directive. So they just put everything out, and then people now on the internet, with the internet, they take a picture of it and go, hey, look.
So now there's videos everywhere it's spoiling Endgame because of stupid toys. Like
yes.
People going crazy
and now a lot of people are going back to this quote that says what the Russos said, don't believe the toy leaks. A lot of them are wrong. However, A, that has not been the case so far with this movie. And B, this is something that's definitely in the movie. You don't make a toy of this, and it's not in the movie.
Like, all right, I don't want to. So you got spoiled already.
Yeah, but I don't see. I'm the I don't care. Like, it doesn't bother me because I see this and I get excited. Like, oh, I can't wait to see this in the movie.
All right, let me ask you a question. Could I ask you what it is, but we'll do spoilers right now? Like, we'll say spoilers for Endgame. How do you feel about that?
Because I have not seen any reactions from like Disney or anything. So for all I know, like they could go nuclear on this channel if we say it.
All right. Could I send you a message on Facebook and you could tell me yes or no?
Sure. Yeah, sure.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
No.
All right. So
for those of you who don't know, he just sent me something that said Ultimate Nullifier, and no, that's not what it is. No.
That's the Fantastic Four device that they had to defeat Galactus.
Yeah. No.
Okay. So at least it's not that.
Yeah, it's not that.
All right. I don't want to know what it is because I don't want to get spoiled. I've been trying to avoid trailers.
So okay, but this is going to be another kind of warning though too, because I saw this happen with the Godzilla King of the Monsters product spoiler.
Okay.
If this takes off, like if this story takes off, which I'm pretty sure it's going to by tomorrow, there are going to be articles everywhere that blatantly spoil what this is. They're going to put it in the titles. They're going to put it as clickbait titles. They might even show the image because there is an image of this thing on the shelf. I've seen the image. It's on YouTube. They're probably going to put it in thumbnails because this is the thing. This is the thing of this movie.
So so here's the thing: Marvel, knowing this, Disney, wouldn't you release the movie like this week?
Well, you can't. You've committed to a release date.
But they made the movie come out early last time.
Yeah, but that was with notice. You can't just do it based on a product leak, though.
Oh. Will this potentially destroy the box office for Avengers?
No. I think if anything, it'll make people go see it more. But it's just it's unfortunate because I think while it's not something that's unexpected, seeing it now kind of makes me see how the whole movie is going to go.
Okay.
And it's not bad. It's not a bad thing. This is not something that I'm looking at and going, oh no. But now this was basically the last piece of the puzzle that people needed to basically kind of say, okay, so this is how the movie's going to go.
Right.
And I have a funny feeling that I now know who is going to live and die.
Oh, crap.
And yeah.
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 Damn it.
I don't really know what else to Do you want me to say yes or no to that?
Yes.
Yes, you're correct.
Son of a bitch! Damn it!
But
really?
Joe, it's a specific. It's not what you're thinking, though.
Oh God!
It's not. Yeah. You guys probably think we're crazy right now. Joe sent me another message on Facebook, and he got it, but he didn't get the specific detail that's missing for this thing. Yeah.
Christ. All right. I guess anything, but that's crazy. Yeah. All right. Are the Russos really mad at like any of the people that are spoiling, like the actors, like Mark Ruffalo or Tom Holland? Like, are they just effing around?
I don't think they have any reason to be mad as long as nobody. Now, had they said that this was in the movie, then I think they would have been mad.
Shit.
But, yeah, I don't think they're mad. The movie, it's what today's the 9th. I mean, tomorrow's we're almost at the 10th.
We're almost there.
You know, yeah, there's a little more than 2 weeks left to go. You know, as long as nobody spoils the end of the movie, I really don't think they're gonna care.
Right. Shit.
But yeah, they're probably pissed about this though. This product.
Yeah.
Like, if this is actually in the movie, they're probably pissed.
I would be pissed about it. Yeah. It's predictable, but I'm pissed about it. All right. What else is going on news-wise? When are we're getting the Star Wars teaser on Friday?
I looked up the schedule for Celebration because Celebration is the end of this week. I believe if I saw it correctly, that the episode 9 panel is indeed on Friday. I believe it's at 11 o'clock, which it's in Chicago, so that will be in a different time zone than we are in.
Right.
So most likely we're going to get the title, the poster, and a teaser for episode 9 on Friday.
The title, a poster, and a teaser.
Yes.
Huh. Interesting. Wow. How long is the teaser? Like a minute and a half?
It'd be probably like a minute.
Really? Wow.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad we're getting it this week. That's pretty cool. Huh.
Yeah, we'll finally kind of get a kind of the course that this movie is going on. Because right now it's a lot of speculation and whether things are true or false or not.
Right.
So I'm really interested to see what this title is going to be.
Yeah,
I really am.
Yeah, me too. I mean, this is the big thing. The Avengers, Endgame, friggin' episode 9. That's like the biggest things ever right now. So, and Godzilla also, that's going to be ridiculous. I really have a feeling that movie is going to do so much money. It's going to solidify like multiple movies after Kong.
Can only hope.
Speaking of Godzilla vs. Kong, So now, are they done filming totally, or just in that area?
They wrapped filming in Australia.
Okay.
As far as I know, I believe they still have to do some stuff in Atlanta.
Okay.
I think at the Black Hole Studios, where Godzilla King of the Monsters was primarily shot.
Okay.
So I don't think they're completely done, but I think they are nearing the end.
Right.
So, which is good, because if they finish the movie early, obviously they still have to do the effect shots and whatnot. But if they finish all that early, then we can kind of what they have the chance to do is they can kind of gauge the reactions to Godzilla King of the Monsters and see what the audience responded to well and what the audience did not respond to well, and kind of fine tune that in the movie.
Okay.
And then, go from there. I have finally, unfortunately, I have finally seen the first potential issue in King of the Monsters. And it's not something that I myself have an issue with. It's basically a lot of the fan base.
Okay.
Thomas Middleditch's character is probably going to be that character that everybody hates.
Oh.
Mainly because of his humor. There have been some TV spots recently where he's had a couple more lines of dialogue, and it's basically all been humor. Some of it has hit. I thought some of it was funny. There's one line that he says that I kind of was scratching my head going, probably not the best thing to do
Right.
in this movie, but who knows? Maybe.
So they tried to have humor in this movie? Is that what it is?
Yes, and I'll say that most of what I've heard has worked. Like it's been legitimately like either funny or has made me go, okay. There's one line though that made me go, oh no.
Oh god.
Like, please no. But maybe they'll make a late edit and they'll edit that line out of the movie.
Jesus.
Because it did not go over well with about half the fan base. They were like, what the fuck? Like, please no.
Wow. God.
So
that bad for a joke?
It was a joke at the expense of one of the monsters.
Oh no.
And I was like, Mike, I know that you're a Godzilla fan. You can't do this. Like, you can't. Like, this is something that would make old Toho go, yeah, you're not getting any more monsters.
Wow.
Yeah.
Really?
Old Toho would have been like, yeah, you're not getting any more monsters.
Why would they do something like that, though? That's just stupid.
Because they thought it was funny, I guess, at the time.
Oh.
It's literally caused like a divide. Like, I guess it shows how fragile the Godzilla fan base is. But it caused a divide between fans. Some fans are like, I thought it was funny. And other fans are like, you're fucking idiots. And then, yeah.
Oh, wow. So the fan base split on a joke.
Yeah, I kind of fell in the middle of that. I was like, yeah, it's a stupid line, but it's not really a big deal. Like,
right.
But, that's just me.
Some people are losing their shit, though.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
So I think it's safe to assume that either Thomas Middleditch is not coming back for Kong, or his humor is going to be null and void in the next movie.
Or maybe he is, but they didn't cut him. They just, So besides Star Wars, besides Avengers, besides Endgame, besides Godzilla, anything going on with Spider-Man? Because aren't we going to get another movie after this one, or is that not?
Yes, we're supposed to.
We're supposed to. Now, is it possible to have two Spider-Mans in one phase?
Potentially.
Because did we have that? The Infinity War ends? Or no, that wasn't. Wasn't that both part of the same phase, or no?
I think Infinity War and Endgame are part of the same phase. Yeah.
Yes. Yes. Okay.
The most recent thing that I heard about Far From Home, potential spoilers. So if you don't want to know, stop watching now.
Right,
again, in the world of toy leaks, this time we're delving into the realm of Lego. The box art for the Lego sets for this movie leaked, There's, I think, 3 or 4 of them. I remember 3 of them. There's one that comes with Hydro Man.
Right.
One that comes with Molten Man.
Right.
And then one that I'm assuming is the climax of the movie.
Okay.
All of them come with a Mysterio figure.
Right.
And all of them come with a Spider-Man figure in a different suit. The Hydro Man set comes with Peter Parker, a Peter Parker Lego figure that has the Spider-Man mask, like, you know how he like pulls it up sometimes,
Yeah.
and it's like crumpled up on his head.
Yeah.
That one is there. Then there's one of the new, I believe, red and black suit, and then there's one of the stealth suit.
Okay.
So a good range of Spider-Man figures there. The major one, the one that I alluded to at the climax of the movie, kind of has me scratching my head, because if you look at the box art, it's like, didn't this happen in the last movie?
Well, let me ask you a question. We know that Michael Keaton's in it. So is he the Vulture in this movie?
No.
No, he's just...
No. The Lego, the only villain, allegedly, the only villain that comes in this Lego set is Mysterio, if he's the villain.
Okay.
Which, I'm going to be honest with you, it looks like he's the one
the villain.
perpetrating this attack on this Lego set.
He's the villain, yeah.
Now, here's the thing. There's an element in this Lego set that I believe is something that Mysterio uses, which I'm not entirely sure you're going to be happy with.
Oh, God, no.
Yeah.
It's a lot of things lately that I'm seeing I'm not happy with. But okay, what is it? We spoiled it already. Let's go.
Okay, so the Lego set is the attack on the Stark jet. And there's like a Tony Stark jet. The set comes with a Happy Hogan figure as well, if I remember correctly. And it looks like Spider-Man is fending off Mysterio in this set. And Mysterio has these like drones that are like flying around. Okay. And the theory right now is that the drones are part of what he uses to cast his quote-unquote illusions.
Oh, so in other words, the drones are acting as a field that create... Okay.
Right. Gotcha. So the theory right now is that he uses these drones to create the images of these things, these Hydro Man, Molten Man, Sandman thing. If I know that's not really Sandman, but I don't really know what else to call him. Earthman, I guess. Right. And he comes in and makes it look like he's saving the day.
Correct. Which we thought that's what he was doing.
Right. Right. Now, a lot of people are saying, well, how could that be? Because in the trailer, at least, these things are causing actual damage. Like, if they were holograms, they obviously wouldn't be causing damage because they're just images. And a friend of mine actually made a good point. He was like, well, they could explain it that it's like some sort of hard light kind of thing. Like a really sci-fi version of hard light where they are holograms, but they're made out of an actual solid material.
Oh.
So that they can cause damage and stuff.
Oh.
So I'm like, okay, I guess that, that could be a way that they...
Sucks, I guess. I mean, I don't know.
I don't know. Again, that's just speculation.
Holograms that cause damage? All right.
But yeah, again, that's only reading the front of a Lego set, so it could go either way.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's the last thing I've heard about Far From Home.
Wow. What's going on with the other properties? Because now I heard word that Disney may stop the Die Hard movie.
Good.
Totally. Which, please do.
Yes.
Okay, I'm sorry, Bruce Willis. You're going to screw up the franchise. No. Don't put this movie out.
No.
Don't do it. You were not the cop before Nakatomi Plaza that you were famous and you were going through terrorist stuff. No. It was Nakatomi and then after. And that's it. I don't want to see a prequel. I don't want to see a young Bruce Willis. No. And don't de-age him. I don't want to see any of this garbage. Please don't do that. We don't need this Die Hard. If you're going to do a Die Hard, you do it after. But even then, you don't do before. So, all right. So, Coming to America is going ahead. They're filming now. We showed a picture before. Arsenio Hall is in it also. So he's back in there. I mean, I don't even know what to think of it. I mean, it's cool, but there's a lot of stuff they're reviving. I mean,
Yeah.
You know, I'm worried about Terminator because I want Terminator to be good, and I'm a little worried about that right now.
Me too.
I'm even more worried too that the fact that Disney would ponder doing an Alien movie with Ridley Scott. That's annoying.
Yeah, I actually heard some more stuff about that.
Oh, what's going on?
And he was a great strategist. Right before they made this deal, he knew it was coming, and he put the pieces in place to make sure he was going to stay on that Alien movie no matter what.
What the hell did he do?
I guess right before, I might be wrong with the timetable here, it was either right before or during the deal. I guess he agreed with Disney to do a Merlin series of movies.
Oh,
at least
shit.
one. And they were apparently Disney was like, we got to get Ridley Scott to do this. We have to get him to do this. And I guess he was like, yeah, I'll do it. And a lot of people think that when he agreed to do it, he said, with the caveat that I get to continue Alien when you do this deal.
I see.
And it sounds like Disney was like, yeah, all right.
Yeah, all right. Why not?
Yeah.
Okay. So they're so bent. They definitely want this Merlin thing. Now, is this Merlin thing a live action Sword in the Stone from the animator, or is it just Merlin?
I think it's like an original like Merlin thing, like a live action thing that they're doing. As far as I know, I guess that's what he's working on right now.
Because Sword in the Stone was an animated piece that had Merlin and King Arthur and all that stuff. So
yeah, I'm not sure if that's what this is. I all I know is it has something to do with Merlin.
Okay.
But yeah, so
Ridley Scott.
assuming,
now, is this type of movie a serious movie, like an Excalibur, like a serious rated R? Or
I don't think it's gonna be rated R, but I don't think it's gonna be like a comedy or anything like that.
It's gonna be a serious Disney movie.
Yeah.
Okay. Disney's Merlin.
I've heard that it's supposed to be like a series. I don't know if they're saying like a trilogy or something.
But a streaming service.
No, I think this is supposed to be like an actual feature-length released movie.
So, in other words, this could be like a Lord of the Rings type of thing?
Potentially. I don't know how big of a scope they're going for, but to get him to do it, it's probably something pretty big.
So they're probably spending a good piece of change for this.
Yeah, I would assume so. Yeah.
Okay. So his probably thing is, look, I want to just never be fired from the Alien franchise and just do moves so I die, probably. Basically. I
guess they're gonna just if he just wants to do one more, I guess they're just like, yeah, let's do one more Alien. You'll do it. Which unfortunately means that's probably Alien Awakening.
Which we figured that was going to happen anyway, though, because I told you he just don't want to let go of this Alien thing.
No, he doesn't.
He's doing whatever he can, make movies, whatever, just to get it done.
See, my hope with this, though, which it's kind of too late now because of Covenant, but allegedly it was Fox that stepped in and was like, you have to put the xenomorphs in your sequel, which is kind of why that movie kind of took the turn that it did from Prometheus.
Oh, so that's what screwed it up.
Yeah, I'm hoping that maybe Disney will just be like, just do what you have to do, and maybe he can like get it back on track with what he was doing with Prometheus.
But is he going to do the thing that David created? No, right?
That's if they're letting him finish the movie, then that's still canon.
But see, I don't even see that David created the xenomorphs. I see that he thinks he created the xenomorphs.
Yeah,
like for his crazy ass robot. That's what I mean.
In the Alien Covenant novel, which I'm not entirely sure of how canon it is or non-canon, but in the novel they specifically say, like he says, I didn't create these things. I followed a template that I found from the engineers.
Right, like it's making a recipe, like cooking. Right. So he's just copying or trying to replicate the recipe to make these things, but he didn't create them.
The issue though is that in the movie, Ridley Scott said David created the xenomorphs.
This is ridiculous. No, until it gets uncanonized.
He said in an interview that he thought it was more interesting that way.
No, it's not. And nobody else agrees with him either. As far as I know. Oh, God. What else could go wrong? Well, they're making a Grease prequel.
Woohoo!
I mean, I never thought they were going to do that, but I guess it's better than a sequel. But they just want to they want to revive things. That's the whole thing. It's like they want to just, I don't know, just keep with the franchises and make new movies, new additions.
It's so it's
weird, right?
To me,
Why not? That's like a sequel you never, or a prequel you never expect. I mean, we got the Rambo movie coming out. That's the final one.
Yeah, Yeehaw Rambo on the Ranch.
Yeah, that's great. Can't wait for that one. I'm running right now.
remember that poster came out and then nothing ever came out after that, as far as I'm aware.
And it's so, I gotta tell you, it's so dead of a story. Nobody really gives a shit.
Well, it's like, what was wrong? What was wrong with the way the last Rambo ended? Like, he comes back to the U.S., he goes to the ranch, and that's it. Like, the story's over.
I mean, and he retired the character, but then he came out of retirement. So it's like, okay.
Well, weren't
because he don't want nobody else to do it. That's why.
Weren't they going to do a Rambo TV series?
Yes, and he didn't want them to do it. Yes, he probably didn't want them to do it. Don't you remember, like, they had the actor and everything?
Yes.
And it was ready to go? He stopped it. He stopped it. Because he's like, no, I feel better. I can, sure. Because he probably saw what they did with Conan. They did that with Conan the Barbarian. They had like a thing on, right?
Oh, gosh, I remember
like, Jesus Christ. Right?
Yeah.
So, no. All right, sure. But the look, I don't get it. You know what a dramatic change that is for the character to...
Yeah, it's
It's because you want to do a Western. But you're not, like, Rambo is a character. Like, it doesn't make any sense. Don't make it like just because you want to do a Western. You know?
Yeah.
Like, Rambo he's in the field, he's with the machine gun. He's like, it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. What next? Like, Rambo goes bowling? Rambo delivers pizza? I mean, you can't make the character unrecognizable. You can't. And that's why people were shocked when they first saw it. But then nobody cares. But then nobody cared, though. It's like, oh, he's fucking it up. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, when I first heard the idea, I was like, all right, that's a little weird, but okay. Then when I was like, they're leaning into this whole like on the ranch like cowboy kind of thing.
Yeah, no, he's not that. He doesn't do that. That's stupid shit. Yeah, no. Sorry. I would have rather him done another Expendables. Say the truth.
Well, he wants to, but
being that his company leaked the damn movie by accident.
It's been like hell apparently getting the fourth one. The last thing I heard about that was the only guy that was like, "Yes, I'm coming back," was Randy Couture, and then I didn't hear anything about Arnold or anybody else. Statham, So
Hi, Brian. I'm looking at the live chat. Hi, Brian. KP Starfleet. He's created by David, and he has the emoji with the sad, like the angry emoji, like the upset emoji. Yeah, we don't want David to create the Xenomorphs either.
They should just say that David created the universe.
Right.
Just if you're gonna do it, just lean into it. Like he created the engineers, the predators, the aliens, humans. Just do it.
Well, that's another thing. They're not even touching the Predator. That's so effed up. They're putting the Predator back in the comics, fighting Archie and Riverdale and all that stuff.
Yeah, you know what it is? Like, Alien is that wound that they finally got to stop bleeding, but the Predator is that wound that they're still trying to get it to stop bleeding.
They've been doing everything they can to make that movie a success, and they're even trying to make a joke out of it just to get people to like the Predator. Like kill the reindeer and shit. Like, was that animated thing? You saw that?
Yeah, I didn't see it. I heard about it.
Oh God. Oh God.
And then they had the vodka. Was it like Predator vodka or something?
Yeah, they're doing weird stuff, man.
I think Fox thought that movie was going to be like their big hit.
That was gone.
And it was going to spawn all this other stuff. And then
I don't know. I don't know what they were thinking. Shazam's going ahead. This guy's writing a script today.
Yeah.
Like they signed it. Boom. Like this is fast. They're like, you're signed. Let's go today. Let's go. And it's like, wow.
It was good. I mean, it was really good. I saw it. I thought it was fantastic. My only thing is that I don't want them to go off on a tangent with this character and be like, Oh yeah, he's our new poster boy. It's like we need Superman.
See, I was gonna go to the movies this week, but I like to go on weekends. I don't really like to go during the week because it's work week and it's like pain in the ass. So today news was dropping. I guess Marvel Comics had decided to put a video up on their YouTube channel talking about July, which people were like, "What?" And that's the thing. It doesn't make any sense. It's like they just had the comic, the War of the Realms, just started. Now July is when it's over. So they basically leaked something from War of the Realms, and they ruined it for their stupid video that they had to get this out, this comic. So spoilers, by the way. I'm about to say spoilers, but so no, don't watch this if you don't want to when I'm talking about War of the Realms or the end of it, whatever. So anyway, Loki, I guess, dies in War of the Realms, and then he comes back, and then he is worthy of Majormer, whatever, the Hammer of Thor is back. So he's going to have the hammer. And that's going to be a thing where Thor's going to be pissed because Loki has the hammer and he's not worthy and stuff. And it's like he's going to be a hero. Because they tried to like make it like he was a hero. Like he became Sorcerer Supreme. He friggin' helped out the Avengers and this whole new, face turn or whatever.
Yeah.
And they just got him like throwing the hammer up, like juggling it. Like yeah, man, I got it. It's like, okay. There's a lot of weird stuff going on in July. But I don't know how that's going to be. You don't just become worthy like that. I mean, I don't know what the hell's happening. Everybody's touching the hammer lately. It's like crazy. All right. Is there anything else? I know that today we had the Addams Family. Did you see that? The teaser?
I didn't see the teaser myself, but I know it was released.
They made fun of it, like with the red balloon. Yeah, it was pretty funny. I think it's going to be cool for kids. Something I would definitely want to see. So I'm just trying to see if there was any other news that is breaking. Beetlejuice is done. They're not going to do. That's another thing. Tim Burton said flat out, "Don't ask me anymore." It's done. It's not happening.
Well,
for whatever reason, it's not happening.
Maybe he's pissed off about Dumbo.
I mean, it's doing okay. I mean, it did more than its budget, but I don't think it did what they expected it to do. I thought they probably expected it to be fantastic, phenomenal. Oh my God, like blockbuster worthy, and you put it out at a time when all these big movies are out, right? And it's a mistake. It's a mistake. You don't put it out now, but they don't listen. So they got to put movies out on top of each other, and because of that, Dumbo has 216 million. Only did 77 million domestically, which is not something they want to see. They want to see domestically it being 216 million, and then more money on top of that. So technically, it's a failure because most of the money came from overseas, and it's not like a super success, really, unless it makes another 100 million. But even then, it's going to be tight. I don't know. But again, it's what we talked about, Chris. You can't, if you're Disney, you can't put these movies out on top of each other.
Oh no, yeah, no.
This is like a stupid move. Like, why would you hurt yourself? I think Toy Story is too close from this stuff. Because what if Avengers Endgame is number 1 for 3 months? You're done.
Yeah, I mean,
now you got Hellboy this week.
Well, here, you know what's interesting about that going on the Avengers thing, I think they were expecting something similar to happen, like with the first Avengers that would happen with Infinity War, and then look what happened with that. Didn't it get beat relatively quickly?
Yeah, after all, it got beat by Diane Keaton.
Yeah,
who I'm a huge fan of Diane Keaton back in the day with Godfather and all these movies. The Book Club beats Thanos. And my eyes were like, what? And then Stupid Stuff was beating Thanos. And you're like, oh, okay. You know, so, but it did $2 billion though. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, that's really all that matters. So
I mean, that's, you know, of course, you know. Well, look what beat Titanic, Lost in Space.
Yeah.
So it's like, come on, you know what I'm saying? You can't really go by that, but I honestly think that this is going to be a $3 billion movie. I really feel it.
Yeah.
This will beat Avatar. And it's all 3D too, right? Isn't it 3D also?
I think so.
Didn't they shoot that in 3D too, or not? You know, the whole thing is shot in IMAX too, or no?
I'm not sure.
All right.
It's gonna be interesting because I'm pretty sure, like, I think Aladdin comes out like shortly after Endgame.
That's so stupid, though. I don't understand why they're doing this.
Yeah,
why would
you know what
that?
it might be. You know what it might be. Sometimes they'll do this, like when the movie's done, and then like they see the final product, they lose so much faith in it. They're like, put it out when something big comes out.
Right. They probably think Aladdin sucks.
Right.
Like Solo.
That might have been what happened with Dumbo. Like they saw the movie and they were like, and then they put it out, you know, in proximity to these other big movies. And then they saw Aladdin and they were like, okay. And then
Dumbo should have came out in February or January. Like you killed it. Like you really, like Hellboy. I was against Hellboy coming out now too. I'm like, it's too much.
I don't think I honestly don't see a scenario where Hellboy does well with Shazam being as good as it was.
Shazam, it's gonna kick its ass. I mean, that is just, I've said it from day one, and nobody listens. Like, they should have pulled the goddamn movie. They're so stupid to do that. There's no way, I don't think, that Hellboy is going to be #1 this week. There's no effing way. No way.
And let me tell you something. If that movie doesn't work, we're never going to see Hellboy again.
Yeah. Done.
As a live action film. It might be another 10, 15 years before they attempt this again.
And you know what the sad thing? It's not David Harbour's fault.
No.
It's just like, you know, they release it stupid times. Release date is everything. But some of these people don't get it. They're like, they have these egos like, my product is so big, it could withstand anything. And I am this director, and they're idiots.
Did you see that TV spot for the most I think it was the most recent one for Hellboy?
Yeah.
The caption was "Avenge this."
Oh, please.
And I was like, "What are you, stupid?
You're an idiot.
Like, what are you, crazy?"
They should be laughing. See, shit like that annoys the shit out of me. They're trying to trick people like maybe he's connected with that. Come on. Like Avengers, meaning making fun of the Avengers? Okay, yeah. Right.
That was just damn Power Rangers.
He'd have his ass handed to him. Thor would take the hammer and cut him in half. Like, literally. Oh, by the way, an interesting fact. According to Marvel's own measurement of power, Thor is way more powerful than Captain Marvel, period. And this is their own rating system and measurements in the comics. Like, so even in the comics to say she's the most powerful, it's lying blatantly. Thor's way more powerful. So, you know, I understand you want to push her as a female and make her like she's the most powerful thing. Don't do that. Don't lie. Because your own measurement says that she's not. So, that's interesting. So, anyway. What else? That's it? Oh, Brian, you said Dumbo twice? Okay. You must really liked it. That's cool. Oh, and Pet Sematary, like, that's out too. It's like all these movies, right, Chris?
Yeah.
That's getting killed too, probably.
I forgot about that. Wow. Yeah.
And I wanted to see that, but you know what they did with the ending? They ruined the movie. Again.
Oh, they did? What did they do?
They said if you watch the trailer, the new trailer,
mm-hmm.
it ruins the entire end of the movie.
Nice.
The whole movie, just like Terminator Genesis. So don't watch the trailer.
Which is funny because that actor that played John Connor plays the father in this movie.
Exactly. Which I'm like, oh, come on. Really? Why do they got to do that? Why can't they just have somebody oversee that?
I'm telling you, I don't know if this is what happened with this, but if they sometimes they send these things out to third parties that cut the trailers together.
It's terrible.
And it's like, what the fuck? Like, what
Why
are you
would
doing?
you ruin it? You're ruining the whole. And you know what gets me? It's like they spend so much money for these movies, right?
Mm-hmm.
But then towards the end, they just screw up, and they don't. They put out these effing trailers that they're just not paying attention.
Well, now it's like if it's not trailers or TV spots, it's the products, it's actors saying things that they shouldn't be saying. It's people taking set photos that are supposed to be locked down. And
well, I'm gonna tell you right now, the people that put out Hellboy are a bunch of effing idiots because we've been saying over and over, don't put this friggin' movie out this close to Shazam, Captain Marvel, Avengers. But you don't friggin' listen. When your movie bombs, then wake the F up. I mean, you waited years to put this out.
I guess there's always that chance that it's like a sleeper hit, but I don't see it.
No way.
I just don't see it.
There's no way. People, you know what it is? Everybody has a mindset. Like my thing right now is, even though Shazam's out, like Shazam, right? I'm like, I want to see Avengers. I want to see Avengers. I want to see Avengers. You know? So it's like, I'm not running to see Shazam. You know what I'm saying? To see Shazam or Pet Sematary or whatever. But like, I went to see Us twice because I love Us and Sharon wanted to see it. So, but if and Avengers Endgame, yes. If I'm not working, I'm there. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, that's the main movie of the year, besides friggin' Star Wars Episode 9, you know? So I think as good as Hellboy may be, it's gonna get destroyed. Destroyed. And it's its own fault, really. I'm just worried about what I'm worried about is Toy Story 4, because that looks really good. And I'm wondering that Disney's gonna hurt Disney. Honestly.
Well, it's going to be like that. Those few weeks are going to be a battle because you'll have the fallout from Endgame.
Right.
You'll have Aladdin, which who knows how that's going to do. Then, like, right after that is Godzilla King of the Monsters.
Yeah.
And then a couple weeks later is Toy Story 4. So it's like, it's going to be like a back and forth thing. And honestly, I think any foreign thing right now that's coming out against Godzilla 2 is going to be in for a rude awakening.
Yeah, right now Godzilla's going up against Rocket Man and Ma.
Yeah.
And you know, I'm sorry, but you know, as much as I want to see Ma, my main thing is Godzilla. So they're gonna get killed. Rocket Man's gonna bomb because it's going up against Godzilla, which is suicide. They should have like delayed that.
See, normally I would have been like, oh no, but like, with the reaction that it got at Comic-Con and the reaction that it's been getting from like everything that they've put out,
right?
I can't see this going unless the movie is just awful.
Right. And you know what else too? Releasing Dark Phoenix a week after Godzilla tells me they have no fucking faith.
Well, you see, they did that with 2014. And they released Days of Future Past, and that cut into its budget. I mean, into the box office. The problem, the difference is, though, Days of Future Past looked good and was actually good.
Right.
This one, nobody cares.
Days of Future Past is my favorite. I love Days of Future Past. Like, I don't say nothing bad about Days of Future Past, but this thing, you got Secret Life of Pets, Dark Phoenix, and this movie called Late Night. That's a week after Godzilla. And then you have Men in Black International right after that with Shaft. And then you have Child's Play and Toy Story. It's like, holy shit, man. And Child's Play and Toy Story are in the same day, which is totally suicide.
No, but actually, I'm going to have to disagree with that just on one fact.
Because they're two different genres.
Exactly. So that you're going to have the alternate audiences going to see both of those movies. So that's actually going to be a battle because you're going to have the families going to see Toy Story and you're going to have the horror fans going to see Child's Play. So
and then the next week you're going to have Annabelle, which is like ridiculous.
Is that Annabelle Comes Home?
Yeah, the week after Toy Story and Child's Play, which is like a doll, which is, you know, it's toy and it's whatever. It's okay. And then Spider-Man is right after that. It's like, holy crap. This reminds me, and I know you weren't even born then, but it reminds me of that famous summer where Indiana Jones and Ghostbusters 2, it's like Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade, Ghostbusters 2, all these friggin' movies were killing each other. Star Trek 5. It's like, Jesus.
Mm-hmm.
And if they would have just had separated, they would have made way more money, each of them. But they just were killing each other.
Yeah,
I
it's
mean,
gonna be crazy.
they don't even care. Like, this is... You want to say that the movies are so good that people are going to go see it anyway. But, I don't know, man. It's... Mark Hamill being in Child's Play, that's a big thing to go see that.
Yeah, mainly because, I mean, he did the Joker voice, so I'm assuming it's going to be, like, not the same thing, but we know he has the range to do a voice like that. It's going to be crazy.
So let me ask you a question. What do you think is going to come on top that week? Like, the first week, do you think that Toy Story is going to be number 2?
I honestly think Toy Story is going to be number 1.
Yeah.
Mainly because it's animation and it's Toy Story. You know, the thing that I've heard for the things that I've heard about Child's Play, I've not heard very good things about it.
I know. The only good thing is the Mark Hamill thing.
Yeah, there was apparently a couple of test screenings where people were like, it was all right.
Yeah.
You know, it wasn't, anything crazy. And so I think the horror fans are going to go see it. But, honestly, there's a lot of horror fans that are turned off by this idea that it doesn't have anything to do with, like, magic or anything, that it's just a robot.
I got to tell you, I'm one of those people that...
Yeah, because they're afraid. The main thing I've heard from a lot of fans of Child's Play is that, and I'm not really a big Child's Play fan, but from what I've heard, people are like, that means that it's not going to have a personality.
Right, it's not going to be the serial killer that gets gunned down in the toy store. He's like, give me the power, I beg of you, and he does the spell to go into the doll, which he's a serial killer. He killed, it's like, so now it's just a robot, and what kind of personality is that going to be, unless it's the hacker that's like Mark Hamill, and it's supposedly, it's not just one doll, it's like this company is supposed to be an evil organization like Umbrella or something like Resident Evil.
They basically, not spoiled, but like if you look at the marketing for the movie, you can kind of predict what's going to happen, because one of the things that they said was like I don't remember the name of the company that is producing these toys in the movie, but it's supposed to be like a Google kind of thing. So not only are they making toys, but they make these like home assistant things, and they make automobiles. And they're like, all this stuff can connect to each other.
Right, so he can shut off all the security and all the stuff in the house.
Right, so
get in any house.
You look at the movie, and there's multiple. I mean, they mass produced these toys, obviously. So it's like, that thing is gonna possess or hack into all the other ones.
Yes.
And just cause havoc, like So it's like
the whole thing is gonna be like trilogy and like. I mean, that was the way it looked like it was going to. They signed Mark Hamill was a multi-picture deal.
Right.
They got a new franchise, a rebooted franchise. There you go.
So it's going to be one of these, like, I think they're expecting it to be like as big as It was or Halloween, and I think they're in for a rude awakening, because I think people are going to go see it and be like, oh.
I got to tell you, with all this stuff going on, I am shocked, and I'm still waiting for the announcement. Despite all this stuff happening, that they're going to go ahead with a Nightmare on Elm Street movie with Robert Englund. Because with the success with Halloween, with Chucky, Friday the 13th right now is tied up in a legal battle, can't do nothing. And it's the perfect time to start Nightmare on Elm Street sequel, not like a reboot, a sequel, and get him for one more movie, man. Wipe out that reboot, do a sequel with him. That's it. Let's go. Let's get it going. Like, he's not getting any younger, and he's willing to do it now. So you're wasting time with opportunities. Put out another Elm Street. That's it. 2021 out. Start filming it in 2020, and you're done. You're in. You know what I'm saying? It's like whatever. So then we're hearing also Battlestar Galactica. They're gonna make a motion picture thing too. They're trying to make that huge too. That won't be for another couple of years after. And Robotech also.
And then we got this mystery RoboCop movie coming out too.
Well, I gotta tell you, I looked ahead a couple of years. It's not even a date right now for that.
Yeah, yeah.
They took that off the schedule totally. So I don't know what's happening with that. And supposedly Peter Weller is not doing it. I mean, he did the voice for the commercial for the KFC Colonel RoboCop, but you know. All right, that's it, guys. Thank you, Chris. Take care. Bye for now.
Thank you.